Futures and options on futures trading involve substantial risk and is not a suitable investment for all types of investors. Past results are not necessarily indicative of future results. When I use the word I in this video, it refers to what I teach in my charting course or what I author in my twice daily oral and written updates. Prices shown on charts and quote boards are in real time and take into account all known activity up to this point in time. And if you'd like to read more of this disclaimer, simply hit the pause key on your video player.
Good morning, all. Welcome back from your Thanksgiving, and I'm Ira Epstein here on Monday morning, and this is the 26th of November, 2018, about 9:25 a.m. Central Standard Time. Wow, what a week makes. All of a sudden, all the stock indices are up. You know why, don't you? Because the G20 meeting is taking place this week, and we've got our fingers crossed that Presidents Trump and Xi will get along and maybe be able to make trade move forward in some manner. Now, they're not going to walk out of there and just say we made no progress. We'll have to read between the lines to get an idea of what it means, but the market's getting, we'll call it a relief rally at this point. Metal's pretty tame right here. You know, I'd like to see copper react more than that. That would tell me that the market really believes that something positive can happen, because it is called Dr. Copper for a reason, and it is that it looks at what goes on. Now, if you take a look at what's going on in the energies, a big rally to the upside, and we probably have gotten to a point where the market might be just plain getting too cheap. Over the weekend in my report for my customers, I alluded to the fact that the U.S. is going to continue producing more and more oil, and between August of next year and December, we have 3 more pipelines coming in, plus we're trying to enhance our terminal offload areas. So as this all goes on, the U.S. is going to be able to pump out more and more oil, and as much as we tell OPEC keep pumping and so on, we're the pumpers. And I was reading reports where we could become net exporter. You heard what I just said, net NET exporter by 2020 in this market. That's something. That means we don't have to take in any foreign oil. That could be interesting. I'm not saying it'll be day after day, but they're alluding to that. Look at the size of the break in soybeans today, and that's because Brazil just keeps taking all that business. I'll show you that in a minute. Bonds and notes really not going much of anywhere. And on the energy sector, you've already been down to 403 in the nat gas. The question is, obviously, this blizzard that's hit Chicago, and we're in the midst of it as I'm really recording this, that's going to move east, and once that's done, what kind of weather comes in and how much of a drawn product. Dollar index pretty stable against most of the foreign currencies today. So the news of the day is Chicago Fed National Activity Index came in at 0.24. That's a revised from a prior 0.14 from 0.17. So it's a little better. If we look at the German-based IFO, their climate index came in at 102, and the expectation was 102.3. That's pretty close to where it was. The group's condition index 105.4, and the expectation index 98.7. Energy Sources says Saudi Arabia increased oil production in November to between 11.1 and 11.3 million barrels a day. Now the question is, how do they cut? What do they cut? How do they keep the president, our president, that has been the one major world supporter of them with the Khashoggi incident, on board? So I'm looking for the word candlestein. Not talking a lot about the cuts, but doing them on their own. I don't know that they'll get Russia or other countries to do it. Here's something interesting. An unnamed source cited by Reuters says that GM is going to announce it's cutting back North American car production and will stop building some models. We've heard that that's in the works, but over the weekend, a Canadian union suggests the car maker was planning a major announcement that would affect worldwide production and threaten to close a large Ontario plant. Chinese customs data for October shows imports of Brazilian soybeans did about this, doubled for the year. And of course, we're looking at U.S. just collapsing. They've taken the business. Argentina's trade ministry says they want to open up beef trade, two-way beef trade with the U.S. And the European Union, well, it accepted its deal that it put together with Miss May. Now the real hard part comes. Can she, that's Miss May, actually sell the deal to Parliament, and where does this all go? It will be an interesting month leading up to the election, and the vote in Parliament. Does she stay in power? How many votes get called? Do they redo a referendum? There's just so much you don't know. Modern Trader, this is one of the new booklets that we've had. It's actually one that's been around, but it really gives you an idea of how the top tros look at the markets. We're putting together this week, you're going to be getting it, a whole new futures kit. It from top to bottom, it has got a different look to it. We include a lot of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange courses in it. We point you right to them so you get a feel for what's going on, our own information. It's taken us a long time to put this together, but this will be part of it. If you'd like to see this, either call us, go to our website, you'll see our carousel of free offers, or click up here. Look in your mail soon. I'm going to be doing a live webinar, ideally this week. So I'm picking the date out in probably an hour from now. And once I get it set, you'll get it. Remember, for those of you that were getting my information and you were on my trials, those trials are likely ended. Time to consider your Cyber Monday opportunities. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day.